I'm Chef Emily.
I'm Chef Rebecca.
Back again.
Back again.
At the little school of improbable cooking. Or cooking.
We've been having a lot of fun, as you know, with our time machine fridge. Yeah, bit too hot last week. Wasn't.
Yeah.
Not sure we'll be visiting Restoration Britain again.
No.
Fashion was a bit rubbish.
Fashion was a bit rubbish.
Lots of fires.
Lots of smoke.
Yeah, air pollution, not
A
good.
lot of air pollution.
2020 is actually doing quite well for air pollution. So
Yeah, right
that's
now.
a bonus.
We're winning.
We're winning on that.
But I want to go back in time again, Rebecca.
Are you bored?
I'm a little bit bored.
Finished all your Netflix series?
Done all my Netflix, done all my jigsaws, cleaned the toilet 5 times.
Oh my days. Well, in that case, I think we better get in the fridge.
Let's go. Bye.
Oh,
Well.
The fridge has done well with our costume this time.
I think so.
Clearly, we've been taken
We're in the
back.
70s.
Oh, no, it's Victorian Britain, clearly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Look, it looks like you've nicked a police officer's top and...
Excellent.
So, interesting historical fact about the little school.
Go on.
Now, the kitchens during Victorian times were in fact attached to a large, rather grim orphanage.
Affiliations with grim orphanages?
Well, it was the Victorian times.
Right, okay.
So, I know. It meant really all we cooked was gruel.
Why don't we make something better?
Oh, it's a treat for the...
It's a treat for the little orphans. I spoke to Oliver on the way in.
Oh yeah, little twist.
Little twist, and he was asking for more. He was hungry. So I was like, hang on, Oliver, I'm gonna go make you something.
Should we make something for the Victorian orphans? What do we reckon?
Something warm, not sloppy, not like the gruel.
Filling. Obviously involving potatoes.
It's got to involve the potato.
Because the machine gave us both a potato.
What else have we got a lot of? We brought the puff pastry through with us.
Pastry, yeah.
I've seen a bit of cheese as well.
Oh, have you?
And a bit of onion.
Oh, I brought that with me, that Samuel Pepys's cheese from the Restoration. Yeah.
You stole his cheese!
I stole his cheese, so we've got a bit of cheese on the go, that's excellent.
Little thief. But great for us.
Thief, that gives me an idea.
What?
Let's make pick-pocket-pasties.
Pick-pocket-pasties. I'm sure Oliver will be happy with that.
Let's get on it.
Better pick a pocket or two. Okay, so we're gonna make a pick-a-pocket pasty, aren't we, Rebecca?
Yeah.
And the first thing we're gonna do is grab a potato, and it's one of this sort of size potato per person for your pick-a-pocket pasty. That's one potato per person for a pick-a-pocket pasty.
I'm glad you said that, Emily.
What, one per person for a pick-a-pocket pasty?
See if you can say that at home. It's like a tongue twister. They were very popular in Victorian times.
So, one potato per person per pick-a-pocket pasty. Say it at home 5 times, forwards and then backwards.
Oh my goodness. And you can make up your own as well if you want to.
Yeah, like peas on a pod, a peculiar Percy.
Yeah, like that.
So you peel your potato, you chop it into chunks, and then you're going to pop it into a pan. You're going to put some water over it, so it covers your potatoes, and then we're going to put it onto a medium heat for a boil for roughly around 10 minutes.
Oh, until it depends how thickly you chop your potato really. The important thing is the potato pieces are all about the same size, so they all cook at the same time. The smaller you chop them, the quicker
it'll be. And actually it'll fit more perfectly into your pick-a-pocket pasty.
All sorts of tongue twister fun you can have with potatoes. So, and just, you could do it for time, or you could just give the potatoes a poke with a knife or a fork, and if they seem soft, then they're done. We're not making mashed potatoes, so they can be a little bit, they don't have to be super soft. And it should, and then you'll end up with some ready cooked potato to be the base for your ingredients for your pasty.
Right, step 2 of your pick-a-pocket pasty. We're going to cut the onions and we're going to chop them, we'll dice them maybe, into small chunks so that they cook quicker. So Chef Shiv has already prepared some for us here. And she's also chopped up some garlic for us, just a little bit. I'd say that was a clove, Shiving? Yeah, a clove of garlic. So we're going to get a frying pan and get a bit of oil. Is that a tablespoon?
Yeah, about a tablespoon.
About a tablespoon of oil. Pop it on, and then we're on a medium to low heat. And once your oil's heated up, you're going to add your onions to your pan, to your frying pan. And you're going to soften them so they go translucent. So that's so they're clear, so that you can see through them. So that's your onions in your frying pan, and you'll give that a stir around until it's translucent. And when it's translucent, you'll add your garlic in as well.
Okay, so we've finished cooking our onion, and we added the garlic, as you remember, when the onion had got a bit translucent. And we've got our potato already cooked, so now we're going to make some cheese sauce. So we're cheating a bit today, and we're using a packet that we brought with us. They didn't have these in Victorian times. They'd have had to make cheese sauce from a roux, and if you look in the comments, or we've added a bit about how you'd make cheese sauce from scratch with flour and milk and a bit of cheese.
It's one of my favourite things to do. It's very simple.
Yeah, very easy. Just have to keep stirring, otherwise it goes a bit lumpy. Otherwise you can't go wrong. So, but we're cheating today. So we've got our cheese sauce. So we've popped that in a little pan already. It tells you on the packet how much you add, but this one wants 300 mils of milk. If you haven't got a measuring jug, that's 20 tablespoons, which is the biggest spoon that you have. Or it's about just over half a pint, so a bit over half a pint and a bit more. So add your milk, and you can add it all at once, that's fine. Give it a bit of a mix, and then we're going to take it over to the hob, and we're gently going to heat it up and stir it so it doesn't go all thick.
And if someone else is busy stirring up your cheese sauce on the hob, you can get on with mixing your potato with your onion. So you can put as much onion as you like. We like a lot of onion, so we're going to put it all in. You might want to put more onion than potatoes. This is the moment where you can decide what you want to put in your pick-a-pocket pasty. So we're just going to add it together. And if you haven't got someone else to make your sauce on the side, make your sauce and then do this after. So you're just going to smoosh it around so that some of your potatoes break up a little bit, but you don't want it too mashy, do you? And yeah, just like that.
We're doing a cheese and onion pasty, pick-a-pocket pasty today, but you can do any pasty you like. It's the same principle. So if there's vegetables that you really like and you think would go in the mix, pop them in. Can't have too many vegetables. You might want to just do cheese sauce and vegetables.
Yeah.
Some well-known pie making shops do that. Very nice. So, and you can miss out the potato and onion altogether if you want.
Yeah.
Although that would be a wetter mix, so just be aware of that when you're seasoning your pastry. So, it's all up to you really. Okay, so we've got our cheese sauce, all lovely, and back and all stick together. So, we're going to add our cheese sauce to our potato and onion and garlic mix. Get it all in. We're going to give it a mix. And then once you've mixed it all together, this is the point at which you can give it a little taste and see if your mixture needs any salt or any pepper. And that's all about how you like your food really. Give that a mix. Lovely, looks good. Okay. So, it will be hot of course, so if you're tasting it, just get a little bit on your spoon and blow on it before you can decide what seasoning it needs.
Okay, so once you've mixed all your ingredients together, you're going to wait for it to cool down a little bit because you don't want to burn your hands whilst you're packing your pick-a-pocket pie. So you should have your roll of puff pastry sheet. I'm going to cut it into 4 because there's 4 of us. So you can just use a butter knife and try and get it as even as you can. And now this is the best bit because you're doing your filling and you can do it in a variety of different ways. Right, so I'm going to get a spoonful and I'm going to put it, because I'm going to fold this one over. So I'm not going to put it right to the edge because we don't want it to loop out. And you're going to put as not too much, but enough so it's tasty. Not too much that it spills out, but enough that it's tasty. Is that enough, we saying, team? And I'm going to add a bit of extra cheese in to make it super cheesy. So I'll just get a little pinch. So for this one, I'm just going to fold it over and then I'm going to take my fork and I'm going to seal the edges down, and you can do it neater than I'm doing it. You can take your time with it as well. You can make it a piece of art, and you could maybe initial it on the top. So that's one. So that's just a lovely little rectangle shape. You could do a roll. Let's do a roll. So again, grabbing a little bit, putting it along lengthways this time. Maybe a touch more. And then, ooh, and they might have a little bit coming out, but that's okay. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. There we go. That all right, Chef Shiv?
Yeah, that's great.
That'll do. So that's one. Again, you could do some fancy designs on top if you wanted to. Up to you. So you know
might
it's
want
yours.
some air holes in the top,
Air
just
holes?
so it doesn't all squish out the sides.
So you could do that then. Pokey wokey, shall I do it on the first one as well? And again, do that wherever you like. And then I'm going to cut this other one in half. So I'm going to make different shape. What I might do this time is do something like this. So a little triangle. You will notice that with your puff pastry that it already comes on baking parchment, which is fantastic. I'm going to finish these off later, so I'm just going to cook these now. But if you'd had it all finished, you could just lift it up and put it straight onto your baking tray. But what I'm going to do, because I'm not quite finished and I want to get something in the oven because you're hungry, just going to pick it up and pop it on a baking tray. Okay, and before they go into the oven, so you'll notice that some pastry is got a nice golden shine to it. So to get that effect on your pastry, you can use a bit of milk. It's called a wash. So you just put a bit of milk. We're using oat milk here. So we're going to put a bit of that on. You can use cow's milk. You could also, if you wanted, if you had an egg in the cupboard, you could crack an egg into a bowl, mix it up with a fork or a whisk, and then use a brush, or if you haven't got a little brush, you could use your fingers and put it on as long as your hands are clean. And then, as long as it's coated, you're good to go. So we are nearly ready to put them in the oven. I'm going to put my savoury stuff in the oven in a mo. I've got a bit of excess pastry, so I'm going to make myself a sweet treat by putting a bit of jam on one, maybe a bit of Nutella on the other. You can put whatever you like on if you want to make yourself a sweet treat. Fruit even. And also, because I haven't used all my savoury stuff, I'm going to save it. You can freeze it as well. If you're not going to use all of it, that's fine. Pop it in a Tupperware and pop it in the freezer. But next time you use it, just make sure it's fully defrosted before you make your next pasty. So I'm going to put these in the oven at gas mark 6 or 180 degrees for about 15 minutes, but I'm going to check them part way through. Okay, so pasties are in the oven. Amazing. What you want them to be when they come out is golden brown. So that's what you're looking for when your pasties are ready to exit the oven. And they might take 15 minutes, they might take a bit longer. I'm imagining they'll take a little bit longer, and that's why I'm going to check on them.
Oh, they do look good, Emily.
They look scrumptious.
So that's the colour you're looking for, nice and golden brown. If you give them a tap, you can hear them make a nice crispy sound as well. Lovely. I think we
should give these out to the ovens now.
Oh, they're going to be so excited.
So excited.
It's been gruel every day now. Look, cheese and onion pasties.
Right. Okay.
Lovely. Let's go.
Let's go. Rebecca! Mr. Bubbles found out that we've given pasties to the orphans.
And he's very angry.
Very angry. We're going to have to go back to the future. Bye! Woo!
Another fun week.
Another fun week. I'm so glad that Mr. Bumble didn't catch us.
I'm glad the poor little orphans got cheese and onion pasties. It wasn't Oliver Sweet asking for more.
I know.
He ate 5 pasties, bless him.
5 pasties.
Amazing.
Good for him.
Oh,
I'm tired.
Yeah.
And all that smog's gone into my lungs. I need to lie down.
No. Another bad time for air pollution. Victorian Britain, not good, not good.
No.
Yeah, I think let's go enjoy some
R&R.
R&R. And we'll see you soon, little chefs. Keep cooking.
Bye, little chefs.